AudieoVisual, as you just saw, my new level Into the Hurricane is now out. I figured, like last time, what I did with MZBZCZ, I'll do a quick developer's commentary of it, because why not, you know? Figured I'd give some insight into the processes of how I made a level like that in literally 10 days. So yeah, let's get into it. Like I said, originally this part looked really bad, and I spent a lot of time just kind of adding stuff to the structures to make them look a little bit better. Like, you know, we have a lot of flickering assets, whatever this is. I think that looks kind of cool, but that was just added randomly, basically. Actually, honest to goodness, this part was probably the easiest to make, because I started just like decorating half of it. Like I ended here, and then I just had a layout, and then I started building the drop, right? And I came back to this like right after I had finished the second to last part, right? And I was like, you know, I should probably get this done just to make my life a little bit easier. And somehow, miraculously, everything just kind of fell into place with this part. Every design I made looked good, right? So I got extremely lucky in that regard. Plus, I guess, you know, I mean, atmosphere carries as per usual. And of course, WAF helped a ton with this part, with adding flickers to some of the colors and actually adding the right kind of animated rain object. My levels tend to have something I like to call first part syndrome, where the first part is the worst looking because I made it first and I got better as a creator as time went on. But I've been recently going back to polish up the first parts of my levels, and I don't know, it takes care of that a little bit, right? Hi, editing AudioVisual here. Basically, my original drop commentary absolutely sucked for this level, so I'm just here to give some quick thoughts on the drop of Into the Hurricane. Basically, the only valuable takeaway from the commentary I had on the drop was lighting is important, and putting giant glow on T2 and low opacity makes objects that are supposed to be glowing look really good. And that's all I did for the drop. Back to regular commentary. When I first started this project, I honestly, like, genuinely didn't think I was going to finish it at all. Because all I had an idea for was, like, a little bit of this part, the first part, and mainly the drop, right? And I just wanted to make a drop to see if I could, right, you know? Once I got to this part, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm probably gonna finish this. So it was a different feeling going into this part than the other parts, just because, you know, I didn't have as clear of ideas for this part. But, you know, I think I made everything work. Quote-unquote spike deco, it's just a pulsing object. I wanted to make these last two parts feel like you were coming out of the hurricane, right? Like you survived the torrential, you know, tropical storm, and you're out in the open, clear night sky, which obviously isn't what hurricanes are like in real life, because the worst part of a hurricane is the, you know, horrible destruction it causes afterwards. But it's a Geometry Dash level. I thought it'd be kind of sad to leave off on a note like that, so I just made it a nice, clear night sky. We still got some, you know, clouds rotating, because this part has a lot of pent-up energy, I feel like, so I tried to imitate that with still a couple clouds, lots of flickers, quick pulses, and a lot of things. So even though it's a more calm part, it still has energy, right? I don't know, like I said, there's not a lot to say. I went through a lot of different stages of things I wanted to do. My main thing I struggled with was what I would match these sounds to. The wow, 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 wow. You know, they're chill, right? So at first, and I deleted them up here, but let me go to a copy I have to show you guys, because I made something like completely different originally. It looks kind of cool, but I didn't think it actually worked well in the level, and it looked kind of janky. That's what I originally had, which I still think that's kind of cool, but at the end of the day, I think this fits a lot better than this. Plus, it was kind of hard to sight read, and working with the disgusting amount of environmental glow I had going was giving me, gosh dang, claustrophobia attack. It was horrible. I mean, look at this. This is disgusting. Ugh. So yeah, a lot of this part was just, you know, scrambling together ideas and hoping one of them looked good, and then making a part with it. And somehow I think the part turned out good. This part in general, other than just going through a disgusting amount of different designs and concepts, I think it turned out pretty good, you know? Stuff like this, I already talked about how much I liked. The follow trigger effect arrows I think are really cool. So yeah, that's just about the end of this commentary. I recorded my outro in the other one I did. If you remember, I came back and gave better commentary on the parts later, because I'd finished recording. I was like, you know, that kind of sucked. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Go play the level. ID's in the description. Shoo, with that being said.